Yeah, but there's
his family.
Yeah, you know, I think maybe in return for the lack of a first name, we have a lot of information about my personal psychological history. So it's a trade-off.
Oh yeah, I think it's fascinating.
I like it. Yeah. You know more about me and my past in the way, just based on like I've changed like the Vita Blue Bond, like changing my stripes and trying, you know, the vegan thing and all that business. But yeah, I think it's also just fun to be like, yeah, that's his name. Not everything is explainable.
In one line, how can you sum up season 3 thus far?
I would say zombie attacks and Grimm's life is at stake. He's in a deep doo-doo. And just tons of crazy stunts. Just stunt, like, it's very cinematic. It's extremely cinematic, very large in scope. And as Norberto said at the panel, it's like a feverish pace of shooting.
So, did you further explore the character and delve into your character? Is there anything that you found you're surprised to learn about yourself on the person?
About myself as an actor?
Yes.
I think it's interesting to note the affinities that I have with my character, with Monroe, but I generally think from inside, so I don't spend a lot of time thinking about that, but I have a very good sense of smell. I like wine. I like language. So yeah, I like that.
Do you think, the cliffhanger, and now we're getting into the big bad plans and everything like that. So as we come back, there's going to be I'm assuming we're picking up right where we left off. So do you think the whole season is going to be at that much bigger scale?
I do. I mean, I don't think it's going to all be as frantic and crazy, because I do think we're going to get back to like Creature of the Week-ish type stuff. But I do think, when you've shot 44 episodes of something, you have a groove, and so you're able to write bigger stuff because you shave hours off the day because the crew is able to get it done.
I was going to ask, your character and Nick have such a good connection on screen. Like, you really see a bromance develop.
Yeah.
I think that's so wonderful. And where do we expect that to go now that Nick is,
Right. Yeah. I think that, it's going to be the type of thing where your friend is in danger, and he's in mortal danger. And I think one of the things that motivates me, Monroe, is that there are bad Vesson out there, and they give us a bad name. And that's one of the things that made Nick and I able to be friends, is that we're both we have a common enemy, and it's guys like the Crachet Mortel, the Baron Samedi is like, those are the bad guys. They're bad guys in the human realm, and they're bad guys, they are in the human realm, it's just he can see them as what they are. So the bonding of like fighting evil, kind of, fighting the bad people. And so that's the bottom line, is like your friend is in danger, and he's really sick, and you've come to kind of like trust him and want him to be okay. So it's like saving your friend from a bad trip.